there and welcome to Arabesque. On today's show we're in the Mosaic Rooms in the heart of London with a private invite to I Spy with My Little Eye and the opening of Shubbak, which is a 2-week festival celebrating the arts and cultural events from the Middle East right in London. Let's head on inside to see what's going on. Opening the show were a few words from the chairman and artistic director of Shubbak, Al-Quattan and Echad Thiemann.
Tonight is a very informal sort of pre-opening. We love openings in this festival of all sorts, and we want you to please keep going to all the other amazing events. I know you won't be able to see them all because there's too many, but please try. There's music, theatre, performance, all sorts of things.
Not only for being a wonderful chair to Shubbak, but also, of course, being the director here of the Mosaic Rooms and being one of our very, very staunch supporters for Shubbak. We've said today, when we sent the invitation out, this is for friends and family, so I'm not prepared for a big formal speech. What we wanted today is to get people together who've been involved in Shubbak. So these are artists, these are our venues, these are our partner organizations, which are all the fantastic people who've helped us make this happen. Shubbak is an incredibly small team. We've got over 70 events, 130 artists, 30 of them live in London, at 40 events. It's absolutely impossible to do this without a very, very large number of people. And it's the venues, it's the museum, the galleries, the theatres, the concert halls, the clubs, our producers, who've really done the hard work on the ground, and many of you are here. I'm not going to list you all because we will be here for a long time, but you know who you are, and I just want to say thank you very, very much. I also want to thank our own team, who've been fantastic and worked way beyond their duty of call to make this festival happen. I do want to thank only one set of funders who have been totally instrumental in making this festival happen, who helped us actually in the most important period, and that's the in-between festival times. That's really when we need support to get program ideas, to get curation ideas, to get partners on ground, and to help with fundraising. And there were 6 organizations that really bought into the vision of the festival and supported us as a festival, not just as a specific project, is the Al-Quattan Foundation and the Al-Quattan Charitable Trust, the British Council on a number of fronts, the Arts Council of England, the Open Society Foundation, and the Arab Fund for Arts and Culture, AFAC. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible at all.
This exhibition was curated by Sam Bardaouil and Fellrath to explore the perspectives of a group of new and emerging artists.
There's 13 artists on view. They belong to a very, very fascinating generation of artists that are all connected to Beirut. Some of them are from Beirut, some of them aren't. They've all had some time, they spent some time there, they worked there. Some of them are from there, but they don't live there. And the idea was to kind of look at what's happening today in Beirut and to kind of mark this shift, this generational shift, this different approach that a lot of these younger artists are adopting in the way they create art, in the way they think about the role of art and social engagement, that differs very much from the post-war generation that is known on a more kind of global scale. If we talk about artists like Walid Rad, Akram Zatari, Lamia Jourej, Rabia Mroui, this is a much younger generation that is working in a very different way, that is more concerned with unpacking the present moment rather than preserving the past. They're not as interested in archives, in collective memories, in narrating histories of conflict and trauma. They're more interested in very personal, almost operating like clandestine observers instead of being public commentators, hence the title of the show that borrows from the game I Spy with My Little Eye.
Many of you know that 2 years ago we curated the Lebanese pavilion at the Venice Biennale, and the installation that we commissioned and worked on was with Akram Zatari, and we felt at that time it was also very important to give a younger generation an equal platform internationally. And in a sense, this show here is a sequel, or sort of, the other half of that, what we started about 2 years ago by bringing Lebanon to the Venice Biennale. I wanted to especially thank a number of people, all the artists, first and foremost, that created the work, and the Mosaic Rooms for. But I also wanted to make sure to thank all the people that have. I think it's not that, is it? Shaking. It's the Omar Al-Quattan and the Mosaic Rooms for Omar, just Quattan. And the Mosaic Rooms, the team here have been absolutely fantastic. I also wanted to thank our sponsors for this exhibition. We were lucky enough to get the very generous support by several sponsors, namely Dina family, who is happy to be here. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful. And also Mohammed Hafiz and Art Gallery based in Jeddah. So we're very grateful for the contributions, because really it is that kind of patronage that actually enables us to do projects that we actually do for the artists first and foremost. So we hope you very much enjoyed the exhibition.
After the speeches, everybody that attended was treated to a little something to eat and a performance outside. A brief commentary on almost everything, the artist has slowed down the motion of the yawn to the point that it's almost coming across as a photographic still. Let It Ring represents when the artist dialed 3 phone numbers, exactly 7 seconds separate, and 3 different rings. The geographical position of the 3 telephones were calculated accurately, so that each is on a different continent together, and they form a perfect invisible equilateral triangle. Return to Sender compromises a series of authentic and official United Nations envelopes circulated and stamped around the Middle East that have been collected and doctored by the artist. It focuses on the recycling of found and disposable objects, making poetic works that explore loss, migration and memory. A third half step is a performance that deconstructs specific aspects of sound and step within certain rituals in order to emphasise the fluid nature of signified movement codified with traditions. It also reflects upon how the ever-evolving nature of choreography can also create new ways of listening. The exhibition's title, I Spy with My Little Eye, employs the metaphor of the game by which children secretively choose objects within their immediate surroundings, highlighting the role of these artists as observers rather than public commentators.
Shubbak Festival is now, in 2015, maybe the largest Arab cultural festival in the world. Sadly, it's not in the Arab world, but at least we have been able to bring more than 130 artists together across London in different formats, and it's going to be beautiful.
This particular exhibition, I think they go from strength to strength at the Mosaic Rooms. I think there are things to be discovered, things to be wondering about in the basement with the telephone piece. I have to look at the artist's name, where I felt drawn in, where I wanted to. I'm a very interactive person, being an artist and also running a gallery and stuff, so I immediately want to touch the phone downstairs, that piece, and the phone piece upstairs. But this one particularly interests me, and I think it's a great exhibition, and good luck to Mosaic Rooms as they do stuff in the future. I like the simplicity of it, but this doubling, this mirroring, not just that we look at ourselves, but almost as if the shoe is rising up into something as a mirror in itself. And obviously we've seen the stuff on the news where shoes were thrown at people, and the idea of the shoe being this metaphor for the disgust within the Arabic world as such. And I've always been intrigued also with the shoes that are worn under veils and all sorts of stuff. And as I said, I'm working with it, but this piece I liked a lot because it just ties itself together as opposites, has a simple mirror, and I loved its simplicity to say so much.
It's very interesting because the notes to the exhibition say that it's the new young generation of Beirut or Beirut-focused artists, even though many of them don't live in Beirut, and they have gone past the post-Civil War generation of not looking at the past, not looking at the archive, be more concerned with personal concerns. But I'm not sure that's entirely true because so many of the artists, for instance, Siska, looking at the modernist building of Electricité Liban, the woman looking at the passport stamps, this exhibit of United Nations envelopes. So I really, some people may be concerned with purely the past, with the present, but I don't think they have gone beyond the past.
Well, what an inspiring and inviting evening that was, full of lots of performances and wonderful speeches to kick off the next couple of weeks. We're looking forward to seeing what Shubbak has to offer us, and we'll see you next time on Arabesque. Take care, bye-bye.